Last question, and I'm going to release you. Tell me about emulators.
I can remember in the 90s when emulators were first getting popular, it was just mind-blowing that I could play all these games on my computer. That was so cool. You know, when I was growing up, I played DuckTales for the NES or Mega Man 2 for the NES, and now I can boot that up on an emulator. That's like amazing. Emulators allow you to run games that weren't made for that platform on that platform. And that's really important for preservation. So for example, Inky and the Alien Aquarium is made for the Game Boy Advance. And there's no DRM, there's none of that stuff. So what that means is that if you back the project, you get a ROM file, you get a .gba file. And what that means is from now until the end of time, that's gonna work. I mean, as long as people are making emulators. So you can imagine 5 or 10 years from now, a new system comes out, a new analog pocket, something like that comes out maybe by a new company. Well, guess what? If it runs Game Boy Advance games, it will run Inky and the Alien Aquarium. And we didn't have to do any work to support that new system. It just works. So it could be 20 years from now, it could be 100 years from now. And people, if they're interested in the Game Boy Advance and they're maintaining emulators, it will run Inky and the Alien Aquarium. So that's really cool. Now, if you made a game for the PC, you know, a lot of games, it's hard to run those games, and it's going to be really hard, especially these multiplayer games. You're not going to be able to run those once the servers go down. So you take, for example, Fortnite. Very popular game. My nephew loves it. He plays it all the time. But what happens when he's my age, right? He's like 6 years old or something, or what is he, 7 years old or something. But when he's 40, he's not going to be able to play Fortnite unless someone somewhere gets a server up and running, right? You need that infrastructure to make that work. And you know, for Fortnite, he probably will be able to play Fortnite because it's a very popular game. But there's going to be a bunch of like not so popular games that are still really great that you won't be able to play anymore because it's going to be so much effort to get that game up and running. So something like Inky and the Alien Aquarium, I don't expect 50 years from now someone to be making a Game Boy Advance emulator just so they could play Inky and the Alien Aquarium, right? They're going to be making a Game Boy Advance emulator to play all these other games, Zelda Minish Cap, you know, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, or whatever, all your little favorite GBA games. That's why they're going to be making that emulator. And now, since this emulator is out, it plays Inky and the Alien Aquarium too. That's cool.